yellow blue. There's nothing can hold me when I hold you. It feels so right, you can't be wrong. Rocking and rolling all week long. Hi everyone, it's Lasha, and today is Wednesday, and I'm reading The Testaments by Margaret Atwood before The Handmaid's Tale begins for season 6. And I'm reading this book along with you. I've not read ahead. And the mood of the book reminds me of musically something like this. Hi everyone. So I am in the midst of doing some work, and I thought, you know what, I can live stream, and then if nobody's participating, I can just upload it and you can watch it. If you want to skip the first 2 minutes, I just want to let you know what page we're starting at. So if people comment, which rarely happens, which I would really love, because for the people that have taken the time to join, that's time out of your life. Listening to these videos is time out of your life. So if The Handmaid's Tale interests you, along with the Testaments, stay with me because I'm going to start reading in 30 seconds. I'm just going to let you know what page we're on and what chapter we're on. And I'm reading this with you for the 5th time or 6th time. So I've not read ahead, okay? So I don't think you need to stare at me as I read, okay? So, wait, what happened here? Oh, there we are, okay. There. You can look at some blue skies. Okay. The Testaments, Margaret Atwood. We left off at Claude's hymn, and I believe it was page 36, The Close Hound. And I read the transcript of the witness testimony 369B7. I read up to page 41. And now we are on, this would be page 43, number 8. If you like my shoes, can you see them? Oh, I just wanted to show you my shoes before I read. What do you think of this? Can you see me? Hi. Okay, so these shoes, now I'm going to be 52 in, there's 30 days in June. Tomorrow's June the 1st. So this is embarrassing. 30. I have 50 days left to be 51, and I just wanted to wear these shoes one more time. I love these shoes, but you can't really see them. Hang on. I love these shoes. I bought them in Vancouver when I was the district manager. It was so much fun. Anyhow, oh my gosh, that's what my boss would say. Okay, I'm going to start to read. Hooked on a feeling. All right. Okay, I hope everybody can hear me. I was in the clothes hound quite a lot on Saturdays and Sundays because Melanie didn't want me to be in our house by myself. Why not? I began to ask when I was 12 because what if there was a fire? Said Melanie. Anyway, leaving a child in a house alone was against the law. Then I would argue that I was not a child, and she would sigh and say, I didn't really know what was and what was not a child, and children were a big responsibility. And I would understand later. Then she'd say, I was giving her a headache, and we would get into her car and go to the store. I was allowed to help in the store, sorting t-shirts by size, sticking the prices on them, setting aside those that needed to be either cleaned or discarded. I liked doing that. I sat at a table in the back corner, surrounded by the faint smell of mothballs, watching the people who came in. They weren't all customers. Some of them were street people who wanted to use our staff washroom. Melanie let them do it as long as she knew them, especially in winter. There was one older man that came in quite frequently. He wore tweed overcoats that he got from Melanie and knitted vests. By the time I was 13, I was finding him creepy since we'd done a module on pedophiles at school. His name was George. You shouldn't let George use a washroom, I said to Melanie. He's a perv. Daisy, that's unkind, said Melanie. What makes you think so? We were at our house in the kitchen. He just is, he's always hanging around. He's bothering people for money right outside the store. Plus, he's stalking you. I might have said he was stalking me, which would have caused serious alarm, but that wasn't true. George never paid any attention to me. Melanie laughed and said, no, he isn't. I decided she was naive. I was at the age at which parents suddenly transform from people who know everything into people who know nothing. Side comment there, I think that everybody can relate to that. Mothers can relate to that to their children. Children can relate that back to their parents, etc., etc. And don't forget that everything that, and this is Lasha speaking, not Margaret Atwood, everything that Margaret Atwood has written in The Handmaid's Tale that was released in 1987 and in 1999, Faye Dunaway, Robert Duvall, and Heather Richardson, and also Anthony Quinn. They did a version of that in 1999, the movie. And I thought, based on the movie, compared to the way The Handmaid's Tale is produced and the acting, it's definitely far superior. However, for 1999, I don't know. It was just a different era. It was made into one movie, whereas these types of series like HBO, The Handmaid's Tale, can be very addictive. But I really do want to watch the original. And just on a side note, Heather Richardson is Vanessa Redgrave's daughter. And Heather Richardson passed well over 20 years ago. And she was in a movie, and she played Offred in The Handmaid's Tale. Anthony Quinn played Nick. Faye Dunaway played Serena Joy, and Robert Duvall played played Commander Waterford. I really do want to see it. But at any rate, okay, I got off track. Sorry. Okay, so this is where I started to talk about parents and how we can all relate to that. And then I went on a little Lasha tangent, and I left off with you're at the age in which parents suddenly transform from people who know everything into people that know nothing. I mean, how true is that? There was another person who was in and out of the store quite a lot, but she wasn't a street person. I guess she was 40 or maybe closer to 50. I couldn't tell with older people. Oh my God, it's making me feel old. Feel old? Feel old? Do you know what? When you go through the menopause, it's not a joke. Your memory really does change. Your memory does change. And it's a hormonal change, but I do cheat because I take estrogen. I'm just out of it right now. So anyway, that's what's going on. So, all right, I'm doing my best here. I thought you might get bored of that. All right. So we were talking about the parents. And when you're a teenager, if you remember when you were 12 or 13, oh, I feel so bad for what I put my mother through. At any rate, okay. There was another person who was in and out of the store quite a lot. Hi, Sophie. Hi, Sophie. Sorry. Hi. Hi, Bobbins. Hi. I love that I can bring you when I go away. Come on, Bobby. Sit down. All right. I guess she was 40 or closer to 50. I couldn't tell with older people. Do you want up, Sophie Ann? Hang on a second. I think Sophie wants up. Here, sweetheart. Come on. Up, up, up. Up, up. That's right. Oh, I know your hips are bothering you. That better? All right. There we go. That's something interesting to look at. Hi, Sophie. Okay. So I'm just reading the testaments. Okay, thank you. There was another person who was in and out of the store quite a lot, but she wasn't a street person. I guess she was 40 or maybe closer to 50. I couldn't tell with older people. She usually had on a black leather jacket, black jeans, and heavy boots. She kept her long dark hair pulled back, and she didn't wear makeup. She looked like a biker, but not a real biker, more like an ad of a biker. This girl's cheeky. She wasn't a customer. She came through in the back door to pick up clothes for charity. Melanie said the two of them were old friends. Sorry, why am I apologizing? I'm doing this because I love to read, and I like to read out loud because I can retain it properly. And also, if you've ever had a brain injury or you've been under anesthetic, it can affect your brain. And you know, I started this channel because of what happened with my leg, and something miraculous happened today. For as many rumors as I heard about the doctor that hurt me were very negative. And it doesn't matter. Today I ran into a girl that broke her ankle and she had to have 4 surgeries. She still has to have 2 more. And I asked her who did the surgeries, and it was the same surgeon that brought me back to life. I want to learn that song by Effervescence. And so I told this gal, when you see him, please tell him Lasha says hello, because she just we were singing his praises. He's a healer. And this is what I did to heal from that negative experience. And that girl was very, very strong. And she went through something very difficult. I could tell. And yeah, you think you're alone, but this happens to people. But the only difference is that she got Dr. Alasiri first. So it was done properly. Oh, sorry. She got Dr. First, so then she didn't have to have it redone. And that's what was so bothersome about the oath. And so when I do these live streams or videos, if you read what my channel's about, it's about how I healed. And every day there's a different theme. And it keeps me to accountability. And my goal and intent is to hope that other people find some sort of solace in the fact that, you're not alone. Isolation is the worst thing that can happen to people. Here, I'm spouting all of this useless knowledge that I acquired while I was recovering. But at any rate, let me finish reading a couple of our pages. It's been a very long day, and I'm sure it's been a very long day for everybody. And if you're interested in the Meghan Markle and the Harry story, you have to watch Cheery Denise. She started her channel 2 months ago, and I don't really keep track of how many people subscribed. But I do want to say, for all of you that have subscribed, please comment. I really want to know what you're all thinking. I really do. At any rate. Anyways, her name is Cheery Denise, and she is articulate. I think she studies literature, and she does the best reviews of books. She doesn't read it. She reads parts. However, she kind of reads the book herself and then breaks it down like Cole's Notes. And then she interjects with her opinion. And she is young and amazing. And you've got to check her out. Okay. Ada didn't look to me like the charitable type. She wasn't soft and smiling. She was angular. And when she walked the strode, she never stayed long, and she never left without a couple of cardboard boxes of cast-offs, which she stowed in whatever car she'd parked in the alleyway behind the store. I could see these cars from where I sat. They were never the same. There was a third kind of person who came into the clothes hound without buying anything. These were the young women in long, you know what? It says in long SIL dash, varied dresses and white hats who called themselves Pearl Girls. How unique. It's like Mean Girls, but Pearl Girls. They said they were missionaries doing God's work for Gilead. They were a lot creepier than George. My gosh, she's talking about this pedophile and, oh my goodness. Margaret Atwood does not write anything in her books that actually hasn't happened in history. So the downstairs, talking to street people and going into shops and making pests of themselves. Some people were rude to them, but Melanie never was, because she said it served no purpose. Yeah, being rude serves no purpose. That's true. They always appeared in twos. They had white pearl necklaces and smiled a lot, but not real smiling. They would offer Melanie their printed brooches, with pictures of tidy streets, happy children, and sunrises and titles that you were supposed to lure you into Gilead. Fallen. God can still forgive you. Homeless. There is a home for you in Gilead. There was always at least one brochure about baby Nicole. Give back baby Nicole. Baby Nicole belongs in Gilead. Wow. We'd been shown a documentary about baby Nicole at school. Her mother was a handmaid, and she'd smuggled baby Nicole out of Gilead. Baby Nicole's father was a top brass, super nasty Gilead commander, so there had been a huge uproar, and Gilead demanded her return. So he couldn't be reunited with her legal parents. Canada had dragged its feet and then caved in and said they would make every effort. But its feet and they, wait. Canada had dragged its feet and they caved in and said they would make every effort. But by the time baby Nicole had disappeared and never been found, now baby Nicole was the poster child for Gilead. On every Pearl Girls brochure, there was the same picture of her. She looked like a baby, nothing special, but she was practically a saint in Gilead and our teacher. She was an icon for us, too. Every time there was, I'm talking to myself. Every time there was an anti-Gilead protest in Canada, there would be a picture and slogans like Baby Nicole, symbol of freedom, or Baby Nicole, leading the way, as if a baby could lead the way on anything, I think to myself. I basically disliked baby Nicole since I'd had to do a paper on her. I got a C because I said she was being used as a football by both sides, and it would be the greatest happiness of the greatest number just to give her back. The teacher had said I was callous and should learn to respect other people's rights and feelings. And I like people in Gilead, rights and feelings. And I'd said people in Gilead were people. And shouldn't their rights and feelings be represented too? She'd lost her temper, and I said I needed to grow up, which was maybe true. I'd been aggravating on purpose, but I was angry about the sea. Wow, that got really juicy at the end. All right. Wow, I like this. So today's Tuesday, so I did Testament Tuesdays, and then we're going to start with page 45. And I'll try to sneak in a couple of more reads, but the reason I'm stopping is seriously because I fell off a scooter and I really hurt myself. At any rate, I hope you enjoyed that. I thought it was getting really juicy, I really did. But at any rate, that's just sort of my opinion. But seriously, if you've joined the channel and you've taken the time to do that, I said this before, and I'm only going to say it once. I'm going to be like every other person. Subscribe, keep that notification bell on, make sure your subscription is on, because, YouTube does weird things and takes away subscriptions, and, like and comment. But the most important thing for me is comments. And my mother is the only person who's commented. And so anyway, so tomorrow's Wednesday and I'm working, but I promise you that it'll be lots of fun. I promise, I promise, I promise. Okay, never mind. I'll take us out with this. I was going to take us out with Sunday, Monday, Happy Days, but I'll take us out with this. All right? Oh. I'm walking on my own line. You're talking, you never stop. That's what they used to say about me. Thank you all for hanging with me. Good night. Have a good sleep. Okay, bye everybody. I'll see you tomorrow.